In the last year, we've now seen 3 major earthquakes in the Pacific, the most powerful, of course, this one in Japan.
Japan's Prime Minister Fumio Kishida has warned that the declining birth rate is putting the future of the country at risk.
Let's bring you this live image here that we've been showing you the last few days. Lava bursting from this volcano.
Japan, a nation with a rich history and immense cultural impact, has managed to thrive despite facing significant geological challenges. Its location as an island civilization in the Pacific Ocean has shaped its development and influenced various aspects of its society, economy, and politics. But there are certain aspects of the country that still continue to amaze scientists. What are they? Let's find out. Fragmented archipelago. The fragmented nature of Japan's archipelago presents unique challenges due to the dispersion of its islands. While the country boasts thousands of islands, only a few key ones are significant in terms of population and development. This scattered arrangement makes it necessary for Japan to invest in efficient transportation systems to connect these islands and ensure smooth communication and movement of goods and people. The dispersed geography also affects various aspects of life in Japan. From a governance perspective, it can be challenging to provide effective services and infrastructure across such a vast area. Additionally, the dispersion of islands affects social cohesion and cultural integration, as communities on different islands may develop distinct identities and characteristics. Furthermore, the fragmented archipelago poses challenges in terms of economic development. Industries and businesses must navigate the logistical complexities of operating across multiple islands, requiring efficient supply chains and transportation networks. It also affects the tourism industry, as travelers may need to coordinate visits to different islands, impacting their overall experience and convenience. Mountainous terrain. Japan's mountainous terrain poses significant challenges to its development and urban planning. With an astonishing 73% of the country's land covered in mountains, it's no wonder that construction and infrastructure development become arduous tasks. The steep slopes and rugged landscapes make construction projects expensive and time-consuming. The scarcity of flat land has forced Japan's population to concentrate in limited areas, particularly on the coastal plains between the mountains. Urban areas like Tokyo, Osaka, and Nagoya have experienced rapid growth and become densely populated metropolises. The lack of available space for expansion has resulted in high-rise buildings, crowded neighbors, and the need for efficient land use. The mountainous terrain has also impacted transportation and connectivity within the country. Building roads, railways, and other forms of infrastructure requires extensive engineering efforts to overcome the challenging landscape. Japan has invested heavily in constructing intricate systems of bridges, tunnels, and elevated highways to connect different regions and facilitate transportation. However, the mountainous terrain also offers some unique advantages. Japan's picturesque landscapes attract tourists from around the world who come to admire the beauty of its mountains, hot springs, and hiking trails. The mountains provide opportunities for outdoor activities such as skiing, hiking, and mountaineering, contributing to Japan's tourism industry and offering recreational options for its residents. Population distribution challenges. The population distribution in Japan poses significant challenges due to the limited availability of livable and workable land. With approximately 73% of the country covered in mountains, finding suitable areas for human habitation becomes a daunting task. As a result, the population is concentrated in densely populated urban areas, mainly located on the island of Honshu. One example of such an urban center is the Nobi Plain, home to 7 million people. This area, nestled between the mountains, serves as a crucial hub for economic activities and urban development. Similarly, the Osaka Plain, with over 19 million inhabitants, is another densely populated region that has experienced rapid growth and development. The historical shift of the capital from Kyoto to the Kanto Plain exemplifies Japan's response to the challenges of population concentration and limited available land. The Kanto Plain, the largest single area of flat land in Japan, offered the potential for agriculture and affordable expansion. Recognizing these advantages, the capital was moved to the Kanto Plain in the 17th century. Today, Tokyo, situated in the Kanto Plain, has become the largest urban area in the world, accommodating a staggering 38 million people. This concentration of population in urban centers has created bustling metropolises that serve as economic powerhouses and cultural hubs. However, this concentration of population also puts immense pressure on infrastructure, resources, and environment. Urban areas face challenges in providing adequate housing, transportation, and public services to cater to the needs of the large population. The demand for resources, including water, electricity, and food, becomes increasingly burdensome in densely populated regions. Resource scarcity. Japan's geography presents a significant hurdle when it comes to resource scarcity. With only 12% of its land suitable for farming, Japan struggles to meet the food demands of its population. In contrast, countries like the UK, Germany, and India have a much larger percentage of arable land at their disposal. This limitation forces Japan to heavily rely on imports to feed its people. Furthermore, Japan's lack of substantial natural resources compounds the challenge. The country has meager reserves of oil, natural gas, coal, and minerals, making it heavily dependent on imports to fuel its economy. Japan's resource scarcity has prompted the establishment of extensive trade networks and diplomatic relations with other nations to ensure a steady supply of vital resources. To mitigate the impact of resource scarcity, Japan has strategically focused on specialized industries that capitalize on its strengths. The automotive, electronics, industrial equipment, and robotics sectors have flourished, allowing Japan to export high-quality products in exchange for the resources it requires. By leveraging its technological expertise, Japan has managed to offset its limited access to natural resources and establish itself as a global leader in these industries. Despite these efforts, Japan's resource dependence remains significant. The nation ranks as the world's largest importer of natural gas, the second largest importer of coal, and the second largest agricultural importer, and the third largest importer of oil. This heavy reliance on imports exposes Japan to fluctuations in global markets and geopolitical tensions. If you're liking the video so far, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Vulnerability to natural disasters. Japan's geographical location places it on a precarious position when it comes to natural disasters. The country sits at the meeting point of 4 tectonic plates, resulting in frequent seismic activities. Earthquakes are a regular occurrence in Japan, ranging from minor tremors to major earthquakes that can cause significant damage and loss of life. The devastating 2011 earthquake and tsunami serve as a stark reminder of the country's vulnerability. The Tohoku earthquake, also known as the Great East Japan Earthquake, struck the northeastern coast of Japan, triggering a massive tsunami that engulfed entire communities and caused widespread destruction. The aftermath of this disaster was compounded by the Fukushima nuclear disaster, where the tsunami led to a meltdown at the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant. The incident not only posed immediate risks to the population, but also raised concerns about the long-term effects of radiation exposure. In response to the Fukushima disaster, Japan made the decision to shut down all nuclear power plants in the country. This move, driven by safety concerns and public opinion, left Japan heavily reliant on fossil fuel imports to meet its energy needs. The country became one of the largest importers of natural gas, coal, and oil. This dependence on external sources for energy not only strained Japan's economy, but also raised questions about the sustainability of its energy policies in the long run. Apart from earthquakes and tsunamis, Japan is also prone to volcanic activity. The Japanese archipelago is home to 108 active volcanoes, accounting for about 10% of all active volcanoes in the world. These volcanoes occasionally erupt, posing threats to nearby communities and disrupting daily life. The 2014 eruption of Mount Ontake, for instance, resulted in tragic fatalities and highlighted the ongoing risks faced by those living in volcanic regions. Japan's vulnerability to natural disasters is a constant concern for its population and government. The country has developed advanced early warning systems, disaster response protocols, and stringent building codes to mitigate the impact of these events. Nevertheless, the unpredictable nature of natural disasters presents ongoing challenges and necessitates continuous efforts to improve preparedness and resilience. Japan's geography may present significant challenges, but the nation has proven its ability to overcome them. Through careful planning, technological advancements, and strategic trade relations, Japan has managed to thrive as one of the world's most powerful civilizations. Despite the limitations imposed by its geographical constraints, Japan continues to be a global leader in various fields, leveraging its strengths and finding creative ways to address its weaknesses. Specializing in industries such as automobiles, electronics, industrial equipment, and robotics, Japan trades its specialized goods for the necessary resources it lacks. Japan's resource dependence may still be significant, but it's managed through international trade rather than through conquest, as was the case in the past. What do you think of these challenges? Let us know in the comments section below and make sure to like the video. Thanks for watching.